Hi folks, I hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to Witchin with Faith. I'm finally getting to the witchcraft videos, I promise you. And I sat down this morning, wrote up a script, and I was like, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna wing it. I come at these with, again, no authority. This is as much of a learning thing for me as it may be for someone else, but we are going to start with the basics, and I just want to work through everything so it can be sort of like a digital reference for myself, for other people, and we can see how we grow over the years as well. So today we're going to start with the very basic, I think, and that is with spiritual and magical cleansing, which is super important, and let's hop right on into it. So spiritual, energetic, magical cleansing is cleansing yourself, your tools, someone else, your home, anything really that you want to remove unwanted energies from, anything that's sort of stuck to you a little bit, you know? Have you ever had like a really bad day or a really bad interaction with another person or something like that, and it feels like that energy, that interaction, that day just is stuck to you and you got to wash it off? That is essentially what the cleansing is removing those unwanted energies from wherever they may be. The world, the energies we interact with, be that sort of mundane or otherwise, are sticky. They feel sticky. They can feel sticky. They get stuck to us and they can fog up our brain or affect the space around us. You know, sometimes there's been like a big argument in a room and you can still feel that in that space. Cleansing removes that kind of energy so that you can continue to do what you want to do or have the energy that you want to have in a space without it being clouded by other things, right? Cleansing can be a way to clear all of that from you, to be able to allow you to perform whatever it is that you need to perform or do whatever you need to do, be it mundane or otherwise, or just for yourself if you're feeling the weight of those things. It is something in a lot of people's practices that is just a good thing to keep on top of as well. I personally have little rituals surrounding it that I really enjoy, and they help make me feel lighter and better. Historically, cleansing and or purification rituals have been a part of magical practice, but a part of a lot of cultures throughout time, be it to cleanse any sins from us, knowing or otherwise, or to cleanse and purify us so that we are closer in being to whatever deity we may be in contact with or worshipping, to again just get rid of that sticky energy, to remove imperfections, or to chase away bad spirits or demons or whatever it may be. It has been a part of many practices, many traditions for a long, long time. In many cultures and traditions, it is used as a way to sort of clear out a space so that that space can be dedicated for spiritual working, for magical working, or for deity work and working with higher powers and creating a space that is purified and acceptable for those intentions. As I said, it is used in most practices, and it is quite important, which is why it's the first one I'm doing, because it allows you to chase away those unwanted energies, therefore allowing the energies that you do want to come in for whatever working that you may be doing. I often imagine it as cleaning out a cup so that you can fill it with your desired drink, because you wouldn't want to put wine in a cup that's got old tea in it, you know? I mean, you might want to, that's entirely up to you. And unwanted energies, the unwanted part is really like key in that, because there may be some energies that you do want to keep around for whatever it is that you are working on. These kind of things are often utilized before spell work, in particular protective work, because if you are trying to put up protections and you're essentially sort of shutting the door, locking the door, you kind of want to get what you're trying to keep out of the space first. Like, you wouldn't kick someone out of your front door after locking it. That would be very difficult, right? So it's often utilized before a lot of spell work and a lot of protective work. Keeping up a regular practice of cleansing and purifying is just good for your practice as well, if you can manage it, as not only does it keep those unwanted energies away, it helps you stay in tune with the energies that are around you and will help you in kind of detecting when something feels off, or when you might want to maybe work on some protections, or maybe you're going to start a working and something doesn't feel right, it should help you attune with those kind of things. There are many ways in which you can cleanse or purify any number of things. Some of the most popular methods are smoke cleansing. There are different ways of doing this, and depending on your culture, your background, the practice that you may be initiated into, if it is a closed practice, you may have a different approach. But smoke cleansing is one of the most popular. I personally love doing a smoke cleanse. I have lots of frankincense incense. Frankincense incense? Frankincense incense? Frankincense incense. I have a lot of frankincense incense. Not only do I love the smell of it, but it does bring in a nice, clear and peaceful energy, I find. So I love using that, allowing the smoke to fill the room and push out sort of that energy that you don't want there. Passing my tools through the smoke, passing myself through the smoke. But you can use whatever works for you, what you enjoy, keeping in mind, of course, closed practices and things like that. Make sure you are working within what you can work within. But smoke isn't the only way you can cleanse. The most effective way of cleansing, I find, is cleaning. Cleaning a space, making physical room for things, clearing out clutter. Clutter can have quite a distinct energetic feel to it, and I think clearing that out, making space for what you need to make space for, is super powerful, as well as just cleansing as well. So having a specific cleaning tool, or perhaps a cleaning spray, or you can even make your own out of, vinegar and specific oils that you want to work with, or herbs or fruits. For example, wiping down doors and windows is a great way of allowing energies in that you want to allow in, and clearing out energies that you don't want. Just physically cleaning the spaces is super powerful. And I know it doesn't sound super magically, but it is very, very effective. The same goes for your person. One of the best ways you can sort of clear and cleanse and purify yourself, it's in the shower, babes. It's in the shower, it's in the bath, it's in the sink if you want to. You can make or buy or even enchant your own, but like spiritual soaps that you can use to just cleanse all of that away. Another really powerful tool for cleansing is with visualization. And I know visualization isn't super easy for a lot of people, depending on how your brain works, right? We want to be friendly to neurodivergent people. As a neurodivergent myself, visualization, super easy for me, but it's not for everyone else, and that's completely okay. I think if you're using cleansing in the form of having a shower or a bath or something, you're not able to visualize the sort of the water running all of that off of you with light. I use prismatic light personally. Having words that you can speak to remove those things from you. Words have a lot of power. Using the shower, using a bath, cleansing yourself in that way, super effective. Some of the most mundane sounding things end up being the most effective in terms of a lot of practice, I find. But there are lots of other ways that you can cleanse. Smoke isn't actually all that accessible for a lot of people if you have sensitivities or sensory issues, or if you have pets. So the only room of the flat that I live in that I can do smoke cleansing in is the bedroom, because I shut the door and I open the window and it's away from the guinea pigs. But if you do have pets, you do have to be aware of that. If you have sensitivities, sometimes strong smells can give people headaches. We don't want that for you. So if that's not something that you are capable of handling, or if cleaning or cleansing is not something that you are able to regularly do, because that is also something that is high effort and high energy, and people don't have that all the time, and that's okay. There are some super easy options for my low energy, low spoons, or I prefer spell slots. If you're low on spell slots in any given day, there are a few options as well for you. Sound is a fantastic option. You could make your own little playlist. You could get a bell or an instrument of some kind, have a specific note that you work with that helps cleanse a space for you. These are all really, really good options that require very little and still allow for the effect that you want to use there to clear out the unwanted energies, right? If you are able to visualize in that regard too, visualizing sort of a prismatic light, I like to imagine the light pushing out like plumes of dust away from whatever it is that I am cleansing, and imagining that dust just whoosh out the window, you know? But if you're feeling like you need a little heavier cleansing ability going on, there are a great deal of herbs and incenses that can be found that will do a stronger thing for you. Alternatively, you can do things like simmer pots to cleanse, and simmer pots can work in a couple of ways as well, depending on how you put them together. You could essentially have a simmer pot, see that steam and everything you're putting in there, just moving that dust again out of your spaces, away from your person, away from your magical tools or your mundane tools or anything. You can cleanse your phone if you want to, and you probably should. Maybe I should do that actually. Using the simmer pot steam and allowing that aroma, allowing that energy to fill your space, to push out, like the smoke would, to push out anything that you don't want in that space. And then depending on how you've put that simmer pot together, you can use the liquid inside to physically clean as well. You can also do something as simple as getting the celestial bodies involved. So depending on what you're leaving out, be mindful of what you're leaving out in the elements or under the sun, as the sun can bleach things. You can put things out in the sun or under the moon and allow those energies to cleanse and charge whatever it is that you're looking to cleanse at the same time. The elements could get involved as well. So both fire and water are typically quite purifying and cleansing. Depending on what you're working through there, you could hold something above a flame or you could pass something through water. Some super basic things as well that you can do. Salt, rice in a bowl with whatever you wanna cleanse there, as they will draw out, right? All in all there, cleansing and purifying are an essential sort of building block, I think, in any kind of practice. And it's my first go-to for a big reason, because I think one of the easiest and fastest ways you can start to become more sensitive to energies, if that is something that you're wanting to do, is start by cleansing, because you will feel the difference when you have energetically cleansed the space. Let's say you do what I do and you shut a door, you open a window, you light the frankincense, you move it across the room, you've cleaned the space as well. You will feel that distinct shift in energy, I think. And it's a good way to introduce yourself to feeling those subtleties. As I said, I'm no authority on this topic, on this situation. I am as much a learning practitioner as the next person. I've been into witchcraft maybe 6 years officially, and dabbled before then with other little bits. I have so much to learn. I know nothing realistically, and this is hopefully going to help me sort of stay on top of my stuff. I hope it helps other people too. What I would really like to know, because let's face it, I probably missed a whole bunch of other cleansing methods that other people could use, but I would really love to know, are there any cleansing methods that you use that I didn't discuss? Maybe you have an unorthodox one or an unusual one that hasn't been heard of before. I would love to hear about it, so please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a cracking time zone. You stay fed, you stay watered, you stay rested. Know that you're loved because I love you, and I will see you in the next one.